You know what? Give me 1 second. Mm. Okay, good. All right, let me. Oh, not this one. I mean, yeah. I have multiple things. Okay, Sophia, can you go ahead and read this thing for me? Put our palm together, everyone.
The wait, Nambo checking. Do we do the Nambo fundamental teacher, or do we do the unsurpassed deep?
No, do both. Do both.
Okay. Namo fundamental teacher Shakyamuni Buddha. Namo fundamental teacher Shakyamuni Buddha. Namo fundamental teacher Shakyamuni Buddha. The unsurpassed, deep, profound, subtle, wonderful Dharma. In 100,000 million eons is difficult to encounter. That I have come to receive and hold it within my sight and hearing, I vow to fathom, thus come one's true and actual meaning.
Good, thank you. That's great. Well, let's move on to this one. Today I will let you read this one right here. Where are you? Okay. All right. Aaron, you do 1 and 2 together. Aaron, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Aaron, you do 1 and 2 together.
Okay. Mine clear the that's all metal states mine is the chief. They are all mind laughter if with an input mind a person speaks or acts suffering follows him like the wheel that follows the foot of the ox.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, stop right there. All right. Betty, you do number 2.
Mind precedes all mental states. Mind is their chief. They are all mind wrought. If with a pure mind a person speaks or acts, happiness follows him like his never departing shadow.
Good. When we have the first one is if uh, the mind is cheap, right? That means the mind the most important. When we have the impure mind, that means the bad thought. Then when we speak or act, the suffering follow us. Okay, just like the wheel that follow the foot of the ox. Okay. But opposite, when the mind is have a pure thought, that means the good thought. When we speak and act, the happiness will follow us, just like the shadow never depart us. Okay, that's good. All right, Arian, you do number 3 and 4.
He abused me, he struck me, he overpowered me, he robbed me. Those who harbor such thoughts do not sow their hatred. He abused me, he struck me, he overpowered me, he robbed me. Those who do not harbor such thoughts sow their hatred.
You. So basically, when the person have this kind of thought right here, that means the hatred in their mind will not be eliminated. But when the person do not have this kind of thought in there, that means they be able to eliminate the hatred thought from their mind. So, okay, good. All right, Emily, you do number 5 and 6 together.
Okay. Hatred is never appeased by hatred in this world. By non-hatred alone is hatred appeased. This is law eternal. There are those who do not realize that one day we all must die, but those who do realize this settle their quarrels.
Okay, good. So when someone bully us, right, and we use the hatred against that person, and that means um, the hatred within us will not be end, right? But when we use the love and kindness, that means the non-hatred along, the hatred will disappear. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see. Christina, Võ, you do number 7.
Just as a storm throws down a weak tree, so does Mara overpower the man who lives for the pursuit of pleasure, who is uncontrolled in his senses, immoderate in eating, indolent, and dissipated.
Good, that's good. Christina, you do number 8.
Just as a storm cannot prevail against a rocky mountain, so Mara can never overpower the man who lives meditating on the impurities, who is controlled in his senses, moderate in eating, and filled with faith and earnest effort.
That's good. That means the one who meditate would on the impurity thing. That means they contemplate on the impurity. That means our body is very impurity. It's it, it's not pure. So internally, it's very dirty, right? When we meditate on those things, then we have no desire to the world. Therefore, the Mara will not control us. Okay, that's what it means. Okay. Um. All right, Serena, you do 9 and 10.
Whoever, being depraved, devoid of self-control and truthfulness, should don the monk's yellow robe, he surely is not worthy of the robe. But whoever is purged of depravity, well established in virtues, and filled with self-control and truthfulness, he indeed is worthy of the yellow robe.
Good, that means good. Okay, that's good. All right. Let me see. Grace, Grace, you do number you do number 11 and 12.
Okay. Those who mistake the essential to be essential,
Okay.
the unessential, dwelling in wrong thoughts never arrive at the essential. Those who know the essential to be essential and unessential to be unessential, dwelling in right thoughts, do arrive at the essential.
Okay, good. That means when we be able to distinguish what is good, what is bad, then that means we are on the right thought. Okay, we dwell in the right thought. But when we cannot be able to distinguish between right and wrong, um, if we say the wrong is the right or the right is the wrong, then that means we are not or we dwelling in the wrong thought. Okay, all right, that's good. Okay, Patrick, you do number 13 and 14.
Just as rain breaks through an ill-thatched house, so passion penetrates an undeveloped mind. Do I keep on going?
Yeah, keep going 14.
Just as rain does not break through a well-attached house, so passion never penetrates a well-developed mind.
Good, that's good. Okay, all right, Kevin, Chung, you do number 15 and 16 together.
Okay. The evildoer grieves here and hereafter. He grieves in both the worlds. He laments and is afflicted, I think, recollecting his own impure deeds. The door of good rejoices here in
After,
Hereford. He rejoices in both worlds, and he rejoices and exults, recollecting his own pure deeds.
okay, that means the evildoer, that means the one who do bad deeds, right? They will be rich, that means they will be a suffer here and hereafter. That means now and later. He lives in both worlds, that means in the present world and in the future world. That means that when he be born, he will be born into the future world. That means he will be suffer now and later. Um, okay, but the one who do good deeds, they will rejoice in both worlds. That's what it means. All right, good. All right. Ethan, you do number 17 for me. Ethan.
The evildoer suffers here and hereafter. He suffers in both worlds. The that evil I have done torments him, and he suffers even more when gone to realms of woe.
Very good. When we do the bad deed, that bad deed will suffer, will postman us. That means we will suffer by our own bad deed. Okay? Good, that's good. All right. Uh, Ken, you do number 18 go. Turn on your webcam, everyone. Ken, are you there?
Yeah. Dora good delights here and hereafter. He delights in both the worlds. The thought, good have I done, delights him. He delights even more when gone to realms of bliss.
Good, that's easy to understand. Okay, Carden, you do number 19 go. Carden? Okay, I mean Caden, are you there? Radner.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, good. Number 19.
Much thought he recites the sacred text, but acts not accordingly. That heedless man is like a cowherd who only counts the cows of others. He does not partake. He does not partake of the blessings of the holy life.
Good. Radner, you do number 20 go.
Little though he recites the sacred text, but puts the teaching into practice, forsaking lust, hatred, and illusion, with true wisdom and emancipated mind, clinging to nothing of this or any other world, he indeed partakes of the blessings of a holy life.
Good. That's good. Dylan, you do number, okay, hold on. Let me go to the next chapter. All right. Dylan,
Yes.
do 21 and 22.
Heedfulness is the path to the deathless. Heedlessness is the path to death. The heedful die not. The heedless are as if dead already. Clearly understanding this excellence of heedfulness, the wise exalt the reign and enjoy the resort of the noble ones.
Good. Then, Demi, you do number 24, 3 and 24.
The wise ones, ever meditative and steadfastly preserving alone, experience nibbana, the incomparable freedom from bondage. Ever grows the glory of him who is energetic, mindful, and pure in conduct, disconcerting and self-controlled, righteous and heedful.
Okay, good. Turn on your webcam, everyone. Good, thank you. Okay, let me see. Did I miss anyone here? Did I miss anyone? Going one, going two. Okay. If you don't raise your voice, I assume I'm doing all right. Okay, I guess so. All right. Okay. Let's do the meditation. Today I will teach you a new thing, but we will review the old concept first, then I will teach you the new lesson. Okay. Okay. Mm, okay, keep your back straight, your neck straight, close your eye, inhale and exhale to the nose. You count one, inhale and exhale to the nose, you count two, and do not hold your breath. If you see a monkey, do not go, just go back to your inhale and exhale. And you, if you lose track of your counting, just start from one. Okay, thank you. All right, when you hear the bell, then that is the time for you to sit still and close your eyes. 1, 2, 3. Good, good. All right. Christina Võ, how many con? Nomi. Patrick.
I got 18.
Good. Ethan và Vong. Serena.
11.
Ratner.
26.
Good. Emily.
43.
All right. Now let's go ahead and jump into our our course. So today we will review a little bit about the eight consciousness, and after that I will teach you one of the very interesting topic. It's about the snake. There are 4 types of snake, and the same thing with the people. We have 4 types of the people. It's similar to the snake. And you will learn that, and we will learn how to use the Buddhist psychology to deal with it. Okay, I will help you to do that. But first, let's try to review this thing first. All right, Nami, you go ahead and read this one for me, please.
The central nervous system controls most functions of the body and mind. It consists of two parts, the brain and the spinal cord. The brain is the center of our thoughts, the interpreter of our external environment, and the organ of control over body movement. Like a central computer, it interprets information from our eyes, sight, ears, sound, nose, smell, tongue, taste, and skin, touch, as well as from internal organs such as the stomach. The spinal cord is the highway for communication between the body and the brain. When the spinal cord is injured, the exchange of information between the brain and other parts of the body is distributed.
Good. Do you understand what you just read? This is important. So basically, you see the central nervous system. They have 2 parts: the brain and the body, right? But but it's also considered of two parts, the brain and the spinal. The brain, that means in the spiral here, they connect from the brain to all the way to the on our back, the back on our back, the spinal it run from the brain all the way down. What is so important is this thing here, it carry all the nerve, right? The nerve connect from the brain to the entire body organ. And it will control our body movement, it will control the feeling, it control all the sight, the seeing, the hearing, the smell, whatever, right? And when we feel the pain or when we feel happy, that means the brain is the one which control the entire body. So it's important. When the spinal or when the nerve is damaged, that means it will interrupt the information chain. Therefore, for example, if a person who paralyzed that means a person, let's say that that person have the arm, right? It's paralyzed. It means that that person cannot move their arm, his arm, um, because one of the nerves from the brain to the arm is already broken. Therefore, that's why the arm cannot move. Does it make sense to you so far? Good. That's good. Okay, let's move on. Okay. I will review this thing. Some of you, most of you already know about this model, but some of you it's new to you, but it's okay. It's very easy to understand. Okay. We have the internal and and external. Internal, that means the first five senses: eye, ear, nose, tongue, body. When the eye seeing the visual object, right? For example, a flower, a house, a person, an animal, a tree, or whatever, those things we call visible object. Visual object, it also means the form, right? This is what we call the form. So that means the eye contact the form. Whatever that form is, it will contact. When the ear, that means it will create the eye consciousness. And the eye consciousness is just like a camera. It will take a picture of whatever we see. It will become the image of that visual object. And that visual object image will be delivered to, it will send to the mind consciousness, that means the brain, by the eye consciousness. So inside the brain, that means that mind consciousness, we do also have the short-term memory, right? If we don't have memory here, we cannot think. We cannot process our information. Just like when the computer, right? We have the hard drive. This is the hard drive right here. This is the permanent storage. This is the long-term memory, a permanent storage. Just like a computer, it have the hard drive. But the hard drive by itself is not enough. If the computer do not have the memory, the RAM, can you be able to turn on the computer if you do not have RAM? Arian, what do you think?
No.
No, you cannot, right? What about the computer have 16 gig of RAM compared to the computer have only 4 gig of RAM? Which one will run faster? Serena, which one will run faster? Serena?
Yes.
The two computer, the first computer, they have 16 gig of memory. The other one have only 4 gig of RAM. So which one will run faster?
The one with 16.
Yeah, the one with the 16 gig, because they have more memory. That means we can be able to load more data and we can be able to process more data at one time. But the other one, they have short memory, so we cannot load that much, and we have to process many times in order to process the complete data. Does it make sense? Good. So the memory is important, but this is only for short-term memory, because when we shut down the computer, this memory will erase it, right? It will erase the data in here, but the but the hard drive will be there, just like the Alaya. Okay, Alaya is the permanent storage. Okay, what is the mind consonant do? The mind consonant, it means that we are using the mind consonant, that means the brain, to think, to create idea, to visualize, to come up, to think, to perceive. Those things is done by the mind. And we need the brain to make the decision, to do something. We need the brain to control the first 5 cents right here. We all this thing here, it represents the mouth and the body. Okay, this is important. And this one right here, it represents the mind. The mind control the mouth and the body to do something based on the mind one. Okay, so the mind is important. Yeah. All right, that's good for that. Okay, then when we see something, right? Okay, you know what? Before I explain more, let's go here and read this one, and I will review. I will summarize this reading into so you can understand better. Chloe, are you there? Read này con. Come on, Chloe. Chloe. What happened to you? Come on.
I'm in the other. Gracie had to show me something, so I went over here.
Okay. All right. It's okay. You don't want to read. It's okay. Tina. It's okay. Don't worry. Okay. All right. Tina, con. Tina, where are you?
When our eyes see it. Example
Read out
3.
loud, con. Read out loud.
Example 3. The sight through the eight consciousness. When our eyes see a rose flower, it will create eye consciousness. The eye consciousness is just like a camera taking a picture of the flower. The eye's consciousness sends the image of an image flower to the mind, sixth consciousness brain, through nerves. Once the mind receives the image object, it loads the data into short-term memory. The mana, seventh consciousness, grabs the data from the mind's memory and pushes it into the alaya, eighth consciousness, a storehouse for inquiry. Since mana consciousness clings to the seeds in the alaya as a real self, it always wants to get more details about the flower image data from the alaya consciousness. If in the past we have learned or known about a rose flower, then its knowledge was already in the alaya consciousness. The alaya searches for all the relating data about the rose flower. The alaya returns the search results to the mana consciousness, and the mana gives it to the mind consciousness. The mind consciousness loads the search result data into short-term memory. Now we should be able to see or visualize the images of the rose flower from the memory, and be able to distinguish about the rose flower, such as color, size, and flower information.
Good. That's good. Let me walk you through this example so you understand clearly. All right. When our eyes see the rose flower, that means our eye contact the rose flower. It means that it will create the eye consonant. Consonant it means recognize. Okay. The eye consonant it's just like a camera will take a picture of whatever the object here, In this case, it's a rose flower. Because the I consonant at this time, they do not know, it does not know this is the rose flower at this moment. Okay, they have no idea what did it object. So it just take a picture, that's all. And what do they do with that picture? It will send the image object to the mind consonant, to the nerve. Okay? And you know what? The mind consonant load the data into the memory, but this time the mind consonant cannot be able to distinguish because there is no detailed information in this object. Okay, so this data they have no detail. So what the mind consonant do is, well, if we give that data to the mana will, okay, get that data from the brain, the memory, right? The mind consonant memory, and will because the mana it means the cell. The cell in this case it means ego. Ego. That means when we feel proud of ourselves so much, we attach to our ego, and that means we cannot. And that means we want to know whatever comes from the mind consonant. That means this one want to understand, to know everything, whatever comes from here. So, and how do they get the detailed information? So this guy will talk to the alaya consonant. Alaya, can you give me the detail of the whatever the object here? Because this object I do not know. What is it? Can you give me the detail? And Alaya say, okay. Basically, before, if we have a chance to learn about the rose flower, or we have read that from the book, or we learn from someone else, so the knowledge of the rose flower will be here. So basically, when this guy asked the Alaya would search for it and return whatever the data, the knowledge available, it will return to the mana. And in this case, the mana do, before they pass to the mind consonant, the mana will compare the initial data come from the brain with the search result. When they compare, this is where the emotion comes from. Either happy, either sad, or neutral, whatever. This is what we call emotional affliction. It's where when it's compared. Does that make sense to you so far? Christina, Chịu.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Betty, you understand so far?
Yeah.
Good. This is very important. When you understand this, you understand how your mind works. Very powerful. Okay? You don't learn this thing in school. Okay, all right. So when the mana give the result back to the brain, that means the mind consonant, it will load that result into the memory. And you know what? The memory now, they have the detail. And the mind consonant, oh, I know this is the flower. This is the rose flower. This rose flower is red. And this rose flower, whatever the information related to the rose flower, such as the color, where the where this rose flower come from, we will have some kind of information depend on the knowledge we learn. So this one, that means we be able to think, we be able to visualize. This is where it comes from. Okay, good. So when that happens, the mind consonant already know how to distinguish, and the mind consonant will inform that when we send the signal to the I consonant, you know what? I do have the information for you. You can have it. So they give that in the detailed information to the I consonant, and the I consonant be able to distinguish as well. So distinguish about the object. That's important. This is related to the I. So far, so good, right? If we bring something in here, whatever we learn, we bring in here, They not yet in here. They will put into the stores. Okay, that's where you gain your knowledge. Okay, good. Okay, all right. Christina, you go ahead and read this one for me.
When we listen to a song, our ears contact the sound of the song. It then creates ear consciousness. The ear consciousness is just like a camera taking a picture of the sound. The ear's consciousness sends the image of the sound to the mind, sixth consciousness brain, through nerves. Once the brain receives the image object, it loads into the data into its short-term memory. Since the mana, seventh consciousness attaches to the seeds in the alaya as a real self, it wants to know the details of the sound object. Therefore, it will grasp the data from the mind's memory and push it into the alaya, eighth consciousness, storehouse, because the mana consciousness always wants to inquiry about the data object from the alaya consciousness. The alaya searches all the relating data about the song. The alaya returns the search result to the mana consciousness, and the mana gives it to the mind consciousness. The mind consciousness loads search result data into the memory. If in the past we have learned or heard about the song, then we should now know or understand the song from the memory and be able to distinguish about the song, such as song author, the meaning of the song, and the song information.
Is that easy to understand so far?
Yeah.
Good. The same thing with the smell, the same thing with the tongue, that means we taste. The same thing with the body when we touch. Okay? Okay, good. Now, let me go to here quickly. Now we will learn about this thing. Okay, in the eighth consonant, the most troublesome, the most troublemaker is the mana, because all the suffering come from this guy. This is one of the most important, because this guy clean on this guy so they attach to this at will. Therefore, the emotion come from when the data come back. Okay. Okay. The mana is means self. It also means emotional affliction, that means suffer. The emotion of suffering emotion, right? Okay. So the cell, they have four cells. Cell delusion, it means self or ignorance. The self view, the self pride, and self love. These three we call the possession of the self equal to the craving. Ignorance is mean lacking of understanding the truth. That's what we call ignorance, or almost the same thing with foolish. Okay? The ignorance plus the craving, that is in the Four Noble Truths. The Four Noble Truths we have the truth of suffering, the truth of the cause of suffering, and the truth of end suffering, the truth of the path leading to end of suffering. So the true cause of suffering is ignorance and craving. That is the cause of all suffering for the death and rebirth cycle. We die and we come back, we die and we come back. Depend on the karma, good or bad, we will be born into the one of the six realms. That means in the heaven, in the human, in the asura, that means semi-god, in the animal realm, in the hungry ghost, in the hell. Depend on our karma. So our karma is the one that punish us or reward us. There is no creator. Okay, we are the one who create us through our karma. Okay, all right, let's do this. Let's see. Uh, Patrick, read this one for me.
Self delusion. There is no a real self in anything. It is just a notion of self. Self view. We always hold on our views, our knowledge, our understanding, and etc. And do not easily accept others' views. 3. Self pride. So proud of oneself and always think that we are the best, no one else. 4. Self love. Whatever we love, such as a family, a house, a car, or etc. This is called a self love.
Okay, good. Ken, you read this thing for me, Ken.
Which part?
Yeah, read from the top.
The below describes about the self delusion. Our body and mind constantly change. The body goes through birth, sickness, aging, and death. Also, the changes of the mind could be our thinking and emotion. Those kinds of changes are called impermanent. Therefore, there is no real self in our body and mind. If our body or mind is a real self, it should not go through birth, sickness, aging, and death. But that's not the case. Can we see our feelings as me, or can we say our knowledge is me? Or of course not. When we understand the impermanence of the body and mind, we will have benefits.
Go ahead.
Number one, value our body and mind for the benefits of others, such as doing good deeds towards others. We will not let our bad thoughts, such as greed, hatred, ignorance, doing harm to others, will lead us suffering in the future. Two, try to be mindful on every on our of our actions. When our body and mind are impermanent, but we do not see it as impermanence, it is called ignorance and delusion.
Good. Do you understand so far?
Yeah.
Good. Very good. All right. Sophia, go ahead and read this thing for me.
The below describes about the self-delusion. The same things are true for non-living beings such as trees, house, cars, tables, and etc. All those things are too impermanent. Everything must also go through 4 stages: creating, staying, deteriorating, and destroying. A table is labeled as a table, but when we take out the 4 legs of the table, can it still be called a table? Of course not. None of the table's parts individually call a table. Therefore, there is no a really self in the table. For example, on our birthday, we just received a beautiful necklace gift from one of our best friends, and we love it very much. However, we accidentally broke it and we felt so miserable. Why was that? We did not see it as impermanence. If we have realized the truth of the impermanence, we would not be suffered that much. It is okay to feel sad a little. Thus, the Buddha said everything is a no self.
Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
This is important. Okay. This is a very beautiful teaching from the Buddha. Yeah. All right. Arian, you read the next one.
We always hold on our view, our knowledge, our understanding, and etc., and do not easily accept others' views. If someone have a different view than us, then we will oppose or have a strong disagree, which could lead to an argument and violence because we could think, this is my knowledge, these are my ideas, this is my design. A friendship could turn into an enemy. Peace could turn into violence or war. All those things could happen because of the mine or my. Whoever has this kind of mindset that he or she will not be able to learn from others, this makes him or her ignorance or stupidity. For example, I have spent so much time to research and work on this math problem, and I think I have found the method to solve the problem. This method must be correct. However, we are willing to open our mind and embrace others' views. This would encourage us to associate with the wise and stay away from the fool.
Do you understand this one so far?
Yes.
Good, that's good. All right. Serena, surprise. Serena, are you there?
Yes.
Good. The below describe the surprise.
When we are so proud of ourselves, we cannot learn from others. Whoever says something that hurts our ego, then we get angry easily. In order to avoid suffering in the future, we should always be humble and we would easily learn from the wise.
Good. Stop right there. Thank you. Let me, good. Uh, Ethan, Ethan, good. All right. Let's, Ethan not there. Dylan, 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 are you, okay. The below describe about the self.
The below describes about the self-love. Whatever we love, such as a family, a house, a car, or etc., this is called a self-love. This is conditional. This is a conditional love. For example, it is easy for us to love our family, but to a stranger we could not be able to do so. When our loved ones depart us, we will suffer so much. However, when we have loving kindness heart to everyone, including our family, we always appreciate what we have and always take good care of them. When our loved depart us, we will not be suffered that much.
Good. Thank you. That's good. All right. You know what? Okay. We can continue on this thing. That's okay. We have time today. I do not have time for you to do the Kahoot. But that's not. Christina Vaught.
Self-delusion view for adult. There is no real self in anything. It is just a notion of self by the label. A table is created by multiple conditions such as woods, an interior designer, nails, glue, and a carpenter's tools. A carpenter puts all these conditions together to make a table. That what we label it as a table. If we take parts of the table out, then which part does call a table? Can we call a foot of the table a table? Of course not. Can we call the tabletop of the table a table? Also not. Can we call a wood of the woods of the table a table? Of course not. Therefore, there is no real self in a table. However, if we cling to a table as real, when it is damaged, we are suffered. The above example also applies to all other materials such as a car, a house, a video game, a smartphone, and etc. They are subject to delusions and impermanence. It is impermanent, but we don't see it as an impermanence, and we are foolish or ignorant. What is the Buddhist view of the materials? We should value what we have, but do not cling to it, because we know it is impermanent. Therefore, when it is damaged, we would not be suffered.
Much. Good, good. Stop right there. Good. All right. Ratner. Ratner.
Is there any self in our body? Of course not. Our body has two parts, physical and mental. Let's us use Tom as our example. Which parts of Tom's physical body is called Tom? Can Tom's heart be Tom? No. Can Tom's chest be Tom? No. Can Tom's head be Tom? No. Can Tom's eyes be Tom? No. Even a whole of Tom's physical body is not Tom, because the name of Tom was given by his parents when he was born. The physical body is impermanent, that it goes through birth, aging, sickness, and death. Therefore, there is no Tom to be found in Tom's physical body. Can Tom's mind be Tom? No, since the mind has thoughts and feelings which come and go that are impermanent, thus there is no Tom to be found in Tom's mind. It is impermanent, but we don't see it as an impermanence. Then we are foolish or ignorant. The above example also applies to all other living beings. All those things are called delusion, and we cling to our delusion as the real self. Therefore, we are ignorant or foolish.
Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
This is good. All right. Are you ready for your for the Kahoot? I think it's a good idea to give you the Kahoot right now. It will 17 questions. It will take a little bit more than, but it's okay. You can have time to do it. It's good for you to do it. So next week I will teach you on the new topic. Okay. This is only the time for me to review, but and this is just a review, so you should know most of this thing already. 723-1381. 723-1381. Seven two three 1381. All right. Hurry up, girl. We don't have much time. Ken, Kaden, Nellen, Christina, Jill, Serena, Ratner.
It says that I can't join.
You cannot join?
Yeah.
What happened to you?
I tried to join, but it said it wouldn't let me in. Like it said that it was in veil.
Okay, you can close it, reopen it.
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes it happens, it's okay. Just close it and reopen it. Emily, you understand today teaching? Emily?
Yeah, Convic?
Good, that's good. Because you are new today for this one. Okay, you have only 30 seconds left to join the room, to join the Kahoot. Okay? Ethan, Helen, Helen,
My Kahoot says the wrong game pin.
the wrong what?
Yeah, it don't work.
Work? Good, good. But I didn't see you yet.
I said it don't work.
It does not work. Why does not work on?
I don't know.
Try to reopen it. It should work for you.
Okay.
All right. 1, 2, 3. You can join anytime you want. Okay. The Kahoot help you to remember this thing, to understand the topic. The number is 723-1381. 723-1381. If you want to join. Good. That's really good. Good job. More than one answer? Good. You guys really good. More than one answer? You select more than one and click on submit. Good job. The same consonant, that means the body consonant, okay? The same meaning. Oh, I give you this. Yeah, actually it should be the my and the alaya consonant together. I think it's my mistake. I will fix that. Okay, the mind consonant is the decision maker. That is important. That means our brain is the main one for the decision maker. Good. Very good. Good job. Okay. All right. Good. Put our palm together. We read this together. May every living being, how much one and wherein with light, say the fruit of peace, with the heart witness, luminous and bright. If people hear and see how hand and heart can find given unity, may their mind awake to pray compassion, wisdom, and to joy. May kindness find reward, may all who sorrow little bit and pain. May this scarlet light break the darkness of their endless night, because our hearts are one, this world of pain come into paradise. May all become compassionate and one. May all become compassionate and one. All right. Thank you, everyone. Okay. Uh, 1, 2, 3. Namo A Di Đà Phật. Namo A Di Đà Phật. Namo A Di Đà Phật.
Chào thầy.
Bye con ha.
Nam mô A Di Đà Phật chào thầy.
Cảm ơn thầy. Nam mô A Di Đà Phật chào thầy.
Nam mô Di Phật chào thầy, cảm ơn thầy.
Ừ. Bye bye các con ha. Ừ.